Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Sri Tips here, and Mrs. Sri Tips has given me a directive. She wants me to get this pure crystal, some of it anyway, broken up and melted back into some bars. I'm going to keep some of it in this form so that we can sell a little bit of it a gram at a time. See if we can just kind of break some of this stuff off of here by hand. I think we can. Here we go. Just kind of break it up into some pieces. That should do it. Let's go ahead and get some of this pure gold crystal measured up, and I guess we'll try to go with some 5-ounce bars here, which is going to be what, about 156 grams. Let's see what we got here. 6 grams. There's 109. Let's see if we can. That's about 140. That should do it for that one. Alright, so this will give us 1 bar. Let's go ahead and measure up enough to make another one here. Oops. 60, 135. Let's see here. That's close enough. So now let's take these over to the melt table and melt these up into pure gold bars. Oh my goodness. It actually welded those two bars together. Look at that pure gold, man. Here's the two bars that we just melted. And somehow, when I dropped the hot bar in on top of the other one, they actually welded together. I don't know how they did that. I've never seen that happen. But then again, I've never poured two bars like that during the melt. So they stuck together. And I've got some crystal here left over, and the gold paper is left over. And we'll probably offer some of this for sale on the eBay site. Let's see how much weight we have here on these gold bars. Looks like we've got 280.1 grams of high purity gold. Okay, let's get this stuff cleaned up and get this stuff out of here. What we're going to do is process the electrolyte and get the pure gold powder out of the electrolyte. Here's what's in the filter. That's a little bit of gold crystal that fell off of the cathode as we were running the electrolytic gold refining cell. That's pure gold right there. Still got a few chunks of gold in it. We'll probably just add this to our paper storage. Just going to add this to the temporary gold refining waste container. We'll get this gold out of here later on. This thing has a decent amount of gold in it, and I just let it accumulate in here. And then when we got enough, I'll get in here and get the pure gold out of here. But for now, what we're going to do, I've got a couple more waste solutions in these bottles. I'm just going to add it right in here. I've got some distilled water in this jar. I'm going to put this up on the heat and start heating that up a little bit. In the meantime, I'll get this thing out of the way. I should have about 2.5 ounces of pure gold in here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and dissolve some sodium metabisulfite in this distilled water. SMB is highly soluble in water, so it shouldn't take very long for this all to dissolve in here. Got most of this dissolved. Doesn't take much. This stuff is highly soluble in water. Move this off the heat. And I've got a beaker down here. A little gold bead. It's got some material stuck to it. Put it in this beaker. Add some water. Put it up on the heat. I'm going to add a little bit of sulfuric acid in there with the gold. Not much, maybe 1 milliliter. And that should be enough to dissolve a little bit the borax that came over onto that pure gold bead. Get it off of there. Let's just simmer back here. And now what we'll do is get set up in front here. I've got a beaker full of ice. We're gonna pour our filtered, pure chloroauric acid solution into this beaker now. Here we go. That ice is in there to keep the solution cool as I do the precipitation. Anytime I have 2 or more ounces of pure gold in solution, I always add some ice Here we go. Here's our sodium metabisulfite solution in here. I'm just going to add it right into the funnel. We're going to start precipitating out the pure gold with this sodium metabisulfite solution. There it goes. Forming some layers in there. We've got all the gold precipitated out of our solution now. We've still got a little bit of SMB juice dripping out of the funnel down into there, but I think everything's out now. Let's take our funnel out of the way. I'm gonna get in here and stir it up. Mix it up real good. Let's get in here with a piece of filter paper, get a stannous test, make sure we've got all the gold precipitated out of this solution. Negative stannous test means all the gold has been precipitated. So now we'll just cover this up and let this settle. I've allowed this gold to settle out for the most part, and I've got our little gold bead down here, and got that piece of flux dissolved off of there. Let's move this over. I've got a temporary waste container. Now what I'll do is pour this waste solution off into my waste container here, and we'll rinse the gold over and over with some hot distilled water. I'm adding some hydrochloric acid to the gold down here. And now what we'll do is set this up on some heat back here and give this a boil in some hydrochloric acid. Now I'll pour this acid off into my waste container and rinse the gold over and over with hot distilled water. Let's pull down our heat source, and what we'll do is put our pure gold powder up here and dry it out. Flatten it out a little bit here. Got the gold nice and dried off now. It looks fantastic. I'm going to pull it down off the heat now and let it cool off. Here's all of our products. This is our pure gold sponge powder. Man, that stuff is nice. Nice, clean, high purity gold sponge. And this is kind of what we were after because I sell this on my eBay site. So we'll have this for sale on my eBay site. Here's our 2 gold bars that are Siamese twins. They welded together underwater. How that happened, I have no idea. These things are very nice looking, man. Look at that. Pure gold bars. And got this little dot of pure gold from the where we filtered. Let's see, I got the bottom of this thing nice and cleaned up. Got the flux off of there. Let's see what this thing weighs. It's 1.1, 1.2 grams, 1.1. We'll get that fixed. And what I'll do is put this up for bids on my eBay site. And then we've got the pure gold crystal here. And I've got some of this for sale on my eBay site. Let's see what we got for a weight on this. We've got 477.1, 477.1 minus, I've written the weight of the container here, 297.2, 297.2. So we've got 179.9 grams, call it 180 grams of high purity gold crystal in here. And we've got the pure gold sponge here. Got the weight written on the side of the container. So we've got 410 minus 292.1. So we've got 117 grams of high purity gold sponge. Let's get a weight on these Siamese twins. That is just, I'm completely dumbfounded by that. Let's see what we got here. 280.1 grams in these 2 pure gold bars. And things look spectacular, man. Just beautiful. All right. This will conclude the video. of the Electrolytic Gold Refining Series. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching.